Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm finally finding the time to record a video and I wanted to answer the question that I got from you kinda 2 months ago, but yay, better late than never, about me living in Sweden and other kind of topics. So I got 7 questions and I am gonna answer as fast as possible so this video doesn't become like 2 hours long as usual. Let's begin. I have written them all in my diary, so I'm not gonna forget. And so my friend Gianlo asked me if you should change country again, where would you decide to move? This is a very difficult question. First of all, I really don't feel like moving anywhere else because I'm really happy in Sweden. And also, going to a new country is extremely hard, time consuming, and especially right now I'm putting so much effort into learning Swedish that I really wouldn't want to move anywhere else, and I wouldn't really feel like starting over with a 4th language. So for a matter of convenience, I could see myself moving, for example, to Norway because my Swedish level is not that great. I am a medium B1 level at the moment. Therefore, I think I could get probably the same level in Norwegian very quickly. Therefore, I could opt for Norway for exactly for that reason. But if I really had to pick a place where I would like to live apart from Sweden, it would probably be Great Britain again, but only the north, and especially I would love to move back to Scotland. I think this would be my preferred choice because I wouldn't want to go outside Europe because it is way too far away from my family, and I wouldn't want to start over with another language. So yeah. Still, Gian Lorenzo asked me which ones are the Swedish tradition that you like the most. I think my favorite Swedish traditions are the ones that are related to all the pagan tradition related to the changes of seasons. So there are specifically 2 celebrations that I really love, Valborg and Midsummer. So Valborg, it's a celebration that is actually happening quite soon, so it's at the end of April, and they make a huge bonfire to celebrate the end of the winter and the beginning of spring. I'm gonna have my tea in the meantime. I'm not sure you can see, but I'm not gonna try changing the camera because I'm happy with this. So Valborg is a beautiful tradition, and they make a huge bonfire, and they usually have some traditional songs, like a chorus of some people, some music live being played, and then this huge bonfire, and also they usually reads out some poems. Brima Rapan actually told me, "Your cat is so adorable, thank you so much. Do you want to have more cats or other pets?" Well, I personally, I actually would like to have another cat. And I do think occasionally that my cat would probably be a bit happy because I feel a bit sorry when I go to work. We try to be with her as much as possible. And she doesn't stay that many hours by herself. And actually, if I happen to be home because I'm working from home or I have the day off, she actually spends still most of the day sleeping. So I'm not sure she misses me so much when I'm not home. But we tried to get another kitten just for a tryout, and she didn't react very well. And also when she sees cats outside our window, she gets very, very territorial. So we kind of have the feeling that she doesn't really like the companies of other cats. And most of all, my boyfriend does not want another cat, so we are gonna stick only with Mia. Then Damaris asked me a few questions. The first one is, if you had the same job, would you come back to Sardinia? The answer is no. I miss Sardinia and I would be happy to spend more time there, so maybe working some month even remotely in Sardinia, which is I think that it could be possible in the future. So never say never, but I will not enjoy to live in Sardinia because I think Sardinia, it is quite small. It feels quite small for me, so I will be missing a lot of things. I love to go to museum to see new things, temporary exhibitions, cultural events, and although Sardinia, like Cagliari for example, has a great theater and a good theater season, I would really miss to see like movies in original language and more like museums things more often, or like other kind of theater like musicals for example. And I also think that it's more expensive to travel from Sardinia to other cities. And I think I am really far away, my mentality is really far away from the typical Sardinian one, so I would always feel like an outsider, and I do not like certain traits of the Italian way of thinking, so I don't think I will feel happy living in Italy at all after, I mean, my experience of living abroad. What are the typical dishes in Sweden, and which one do you love or hate the most? So Sweden food, it is quite simple, I would say. So it's mostly based on different ways of cooking meat and vegetables and potatoes, for example. It is a kind of typical northern healthy cuisine, I will say. I do enjoy Swedish cuisine, I like their food. The most famous things I think are the meatballs, the köttbullar, that I think are quite good actually. Although we do have meatballs in Italy as well, the Swedish one are cooked in a different way. So they are served with a potato smash, a lingonberry juice, which is kind of like a jam or lingonberry, which is not extremely sweet, and also pickled. It's a thing I don't like. That's why I don't remember it. How do you serve meatballs with pickled?
Pickled cucumber.
Yeah.
Not always. But...
Yeah, and pickled cucumbers, which is I think I don't like. But I love the combination with the lingonberry and the potatoes, so they're really yummy. Then they have different kind of wild meat, so like wild boar or reindeer or moose. I love all of them. I'm a big fan of game meat, so I think I love like filet or steak of reindeer and like a stew made with mousse. I go crazy for this kind of things. Another thing that is quite big in Swedish cuisine are the sweets. Sweden has a particular dessert for sweets, pastries for different time of the season. I could make an whole video about this. If you are interested, just let me know in a comment below. And my favorite one is the Princess Torta, which is delicious. It's just like a cake with layers of normal cake with patisserie cream, so chantilly cream, a very thin layer of jam, and then a lot of cream, whipped cream, which is covered with a layer of sugar paste in a green color. It sounds very sweet. It is quite sweet, but it also, I'm not a big fan of whipped cream, but I don't know, this cake is great. And obviously I love kanelbullar, so cinnamon buns, and cardamom bullar, which is also the buns but made with cardamom instead than cinnamon. A thing that I don't like about the typical sweets in Sweden is the semla, which is actually the typical sweet traditional of this time of the year, and it's like a bun made with a sweet, kind of like a brioche kind of pastry with more flavor. And it's cut, and inside they put a paste made of almonds and whipped cream. I think it is extremely heavy and sweet. I can only eat a small one, which is cream, so English cream, patisserie cream inside, instead than the almond one, because I don't really like almond paste. How's the relationship between life and cost of life in Sweden, and if I can make a comparison between like Stockholm or a big Italian city like Milan, for example. This is a very long question. I can probably talk about it for like half an hour, so we'll try to be very short. I think that the salaries compared to the lifestyle you can get in Sweden are quite fair. So you have higher salary compared to other capitals. It depends on the sectors. I think rents can vary a lot if you own a flat, so your mortgage, for example, or if you are renting from a private, or if you're renting from the state. So there's a different option. It is a lot more convenient to buy a flat in Stockholm because it's really hard to actually rent something. If you own your own apartment, I think it is a decent, quite good life quality. Transports are not that expensive if you buy the monthly pass. What is quite expensive is drinking alcohol. So a glass of wine, it's usually at least 10 euro. So between 10 and 14. And a cocktail is not less than 15 euros, so it is quite expensive in my opinion. So alcohol is way crazy, and also eating out can be quite expensive. But I think if you know where to go and you sort of don't go crazy with the drinks, you can get on with it. I don't like to drink that much, and I'm quite happy to get 1-2 drinks top per night. Or maybe sharing a bottle of wine instead of just getting 3 glasses by myself. And I think you can go with it. Making a comparison with another Italian city, for example, I don't know how much is the transport in Milano, but I assume it's probably same, I guess, average price, because in a monthly pass in Stockholm it's right now it's about 90 euro. It's actually, they higher it a little this year, which I think it's okay because it includes every sort of transportation, so the metro, buses, and also trainway on the surface. And rent is a lot more expensive because a medium rent in Stockholm goes from 1,500 euro, even for a small apartment, to easily 1,800. If you want to rent something very small, like 35 square meters, you can get something for maybe 1,000 euro, 1,100, but we're talking about 30 square meters, so really small apartment. Well, in Milano I heard that you can get for 800, 900 euro. From what I heard, you can get something very central and bigger than this. I am not a huge expert and I don't have time to do a lot of research. So if you know about something else, or if you think I'm saying something wrong, you're really happy to correct me in the comment section below. Please don't kill me if I said something incorrectly. Thinking if there is something else to say about it. Oh yeah. Salary wise, I think that if you look online, you will see that the average salary in Stockholm, it's about 3,000 euro per month, excluding taxes. So when you pay the taxes, you should get about 2,400 euro clean, which I think it's a very good salary. But from this amount, you need to take out the rent, which is quite expensive, as I said before. While in Italy, I think the average salary is a lot less. So I know people that are paid 1,500 euro, even 1,000 euro. I think if you get between 1,500 1,800 euro, you should be really grateful in Italy, even in Milano. Unless you work in a very good place, like in a bank, probably in the banking environment or in IT environment. But if you have a normal average salary, so if you are a teacher or you work in a shop, or even if you are an architect, then I think the average is probably 1,200 after taxes. Again, feel free to leave me a comment about this topic in the comment section below. Yeah, and then I have the last question from Elin, which is a question in Swedish. So I'm gonna read it in Swedish, but then I am also gonna translate it. And the question is, vad är ditt favorit svenska ord? So, which one is your favorite Swedish word? My favorite Swedish word is ögonblick, which means the moment. I love this word. I think it means actually kind of battito di ciglia in Italian. It will be like eye blink. And I love it. I think it sounds so poetic, and I love the sound of it. I probably said it wrong. But yeah, it is definitely my favorite Swedish word. So thank you so much, guys, for asking me this question. Thank you so much for listening to this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, if you have more questions for the future, for my next Q&A, or you're curious to hear other stories about Sweden, let me a comment, or just let me a comment, be in touch. And yeah, remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time, hopefully sooner. Bye!